Okay, so we're going to add a new dog to the tech. Go to settings, you go to my dogs, you go to add a dog. Alright, it automatically puts in the number, which is dog 2. At that point you can change the name, so we're going to clear this off and enter. Okay, so this is Click. Alright, so now we have to tell it that it has an e-collar, which you can have tech collars that don't have an e-collar, but we do have an e-collar, and once you activate the e-collar side of it, now you have two choices. You have stem buttons and stem range. Alright, stem range is, they have a low, medium, and high in stem range. The collars automatically come out in medium. If you have a dog that requires less stimulation, then you can drop down to the low mode. If you have a dog that requires more stimulation, you can drop up to the high mode. So you've got high, low, medium. Most dogs are going to work in the medium mode, but if you find that your dog is overreacting at the low levels and you want to back it down some, then you can change the stem range. I've got one dog that requires the high stem. Stud works on a high stem collar. He's the only dog I have that requires it. Everybody else, so Click would be on a medium. And that's one of the beautiful things about it, is that when we set up Stud's profile, we're going to set him at a high stem, and when we turn him on, he'll automatically be there. But Click works on a medium. All right, and then you set your stem buttons. All right, your stem buttons, which are your 1, 2, and 3 side buttons here.
Hang on a second. What is that?
Button 1, button 2, and button 3. And so that matches up to button 1, button 2, button 3. All right, it comes out automatically as continuous, tone, and vibration. All right, I don't use tone or vibration. I do use continuous. When you're set in continuous, it's going to be it's continuous, and it's going to be whatever level you have the number set at. All right, but I do it a little differently. All right, I'm going to do rising stimulation for button 1. I'm going to do preset 2 for button 2, and I'm going to do preset 1 for button 1. All right, rising stimulation is going to start off at whatever level your unit's set at, and it'll increase as long as you hold the button down. And then the preset 1s and 2s allow you to set a particular level. We do that right here. So my preset 1, which is my low distraction level, for Click, we'll put that as a 4. And then my preset, okay, we tell it, I'm sorry, 3, 4. We select that. And then my preset 2, which is a medium distraction level for me, on Click, that's going to be about a 17. Okay, so now I've got my P1, my P2 set, and I've got my Rise set. Alright, everything in here is set up. So we've got him named, we have an e-collar with it, we've set our stem buttons, and we've got our range set. So when you go to the dog screen, there he is. So you've got rising, P2, P1. The reason I like to do the P1 as the bottom button is that, so this is my low, so my bottom.
So low. What would happen? What would be something where?
That's just a low distraction. He's just not paying attention to me. He's out sniffing the flowers. He's probably not even running. He's just, I've just got him out, and he's stopped and he's looking at butterflies or something. I just need to tap him on the shoulder. Well, that's what a 4 is going to do. And the P1s, these are continuous stems. So as long as you're holding the button down, it's you can nick him, or you can hold it down, and do a longer stem if you need to. All right, P2, which is going to be a medium distraction for me. Let's say he's running, but he's not running after anything, and I need to turn him, or I just need to get his attention. That may require a higher level. Now this is a 99, so just that that might look like a big jump to a lot of folks, but on a 99 level collar, it's really not. And then your rising stem starts off on whatever level your unit's set at, which you control that right here with the dial. So for me, if I'm going to use rising stem as a versatile choice, I may start it out, let's say, at a 10. So that way it's a little bit lower, but if I need to, if you'll notice, it starts to climb pretty fast.
So hold it all the way up.
And it will, this is rapidly increasing up to, that level, and it'll stay on the top. Now that's a lot. And it's rare for me to have a dog that would require that.
And when would you need to do that?
Well, I use this in the field. one of the things about the Tech is that you have the option of being able to stem dogs from the tracking screen. So if you jump over here to the tracking screen, you'll notice this number right here is your R10, which means rising 10. And the way your side buttons work when you move into the tracking screen is it's dog 1, dog 2, dog 3. And we only have one dog in here right now. So, you know, this button in the tracking screen does nothing for click, but the top button, which is clicks,
corresponds to which?
It corresponds to the top button in your dog screen. So right now you'll see it's at rising 10. We go back over to here. If we change that to 15, now we jump back over to here, it's R15. So, and that top button can be anything you want. So when you're setting your dog up, you want your top button to be the button that you want when you're in the tracking screen. It's not required that you do that, and some folks don't like that. They don't want to be able to stem from the tracking screen. They want to have to stem from the dog screen.